What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, November 17th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 11-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Dennis Schroeder from the Boston Celtics facing his old team, the Atlanta Hawks, who have the 9th worst defense overall, and they give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Dennis Schroeder has averaged 31.5 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 33 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. He's projected at 33.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. He's $6,500 DraftKings salary, $300 less on FanDuel, and Dennis Schroeder has scored 22, 37, and 53 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 34, 35, and 41 minutes. So he's playing a ton of minutes, he's been productive this season, and he's got the revenge game versus his old team and a good matchup, so I like Dennis Schroeder here versus the Atlanta Hawks. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Talen Horton-Tucker from the LA Lakers playing the Milwaukee Bucks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Talen Horton-Tucker has averaged 34.5 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. He's projected at 34.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 7.2 times value. He's only $4,800 DraftKings salary. He's $400 more on FanDuel. And he scored 42 and 27 fantasy points in his last 2 games, playing 37 and 27 minutes. So I like Talen Horton-Tucker here versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like Cedi Osman from the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Brooklyn Nets, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They've been middle-of-the-pack defending opposing small forwards. Cedi Osman has averaged 19.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 22 minutes per game with a 19% usage rate. He's projected at 22.1 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 5.5 times value. He's only $4,000 DraftKings salary, $600 more on FanDuel, and he scored 43, 23, and 22 and 23 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 31, 29, and 22 minutes. So I like Cedi Osman here versus the Brooklyn Nets. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I got another value play for you here. I like Larry Nance Jr. from the Portland Trailblazers playing the Chicago Bulls, who have a good defense overall, but they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Larry Nance Jr., he's only averaged 16.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 18 minutes per game with a 14% usage rate, but he's projected at 16.8 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 5.2 times value. He's only $3,200 DraftKings salary. He's $800 more on FanDuel, and he scored 24, 13, and 19 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 23, 20, and 20 minutes. So his minutes have been ticking up. If he can play 20 plus minutes in this game and get you 20 fantasy points or more on DraftKings for only $3,200 DraftKings salary, that's going to be close to 6 times value. So super value play opportunity here. So I like Larry Nance Jr. here versus the Chicago Bulls. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Christian Wood from the Houston Rockets playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing centers. Christian Wood has averaged 36.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 33 minutes per game with a 22% usage rate. He's projected at 35.2 fantasy points here tonight, but I think he can score 38 fantasy points or more in this one, get you 5 times value or more. He's $7,700 DraftKings salary, $400 less on FanDuel. Now, he hasn't played well the past couple of games, hasn't really played a ton of minutes the past couple of games, so he should be fresh and good to go in a fantastic matchup. I think he's going to have close to a ceiling game here. I think he can score 40 fantasy points or more in this one. So I like Christian Wood here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.